First of all, fuck the Houston Astros. Goodbye. Secondly, fuck Monday Night Raw. This show sucks. This show sucked. Big time. I actually can't wait for the month of October to be over, man, because I don't know what's going on lately. Can't wait for it to be over, man. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares about anything that's going on. Everything is just lazily put together. I'm done. I'm done. WWE treating Cody Rhodes like a superhero again. This time hobbles out to clear Judgment Day with a broken ankle of sorts. What else happened tonight? Man, oh man, I don't even know what to say, man. I really don't. Listen, we're going to the OTS venue. I got my cold beverage. We'll talk about it there, man. Listen, the drinks better be ice cold tonight. And make sure it's a triple and not a double. And when I get there, I'm going to ask you guys one very important question, man. What the fuck are you guys drinking? See you over there.
Why has Triple H been so successful? Why is Triple H running WWE better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard on Monday and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for October 23rd, 2023. I am your host, JD from New York, as always, coming to you live from the OTS venue inside my mother's basement. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Monday evenings, wherever you may be.
Well, this was a good show, Mr. JD.
No, last week was a good show. The week before that was a good show. The week before that one was a good show. This was not a good show. It honestly felt like, and I know it's not the case because Triple H is in charge, it genuinely felt like you know who was in the weeds for some odd reason. I don't know. I don't know. It certainly felt like the old man was in the weeds tonight. That's how bad this show was, man. That first hour felt like a fucking eternity to sit through. Then we got to the second hour and nothing happened. And then we finally got to the third hour and Sami Zayn and Drew McIntyre. I'm like, holy shit. We finally got something worthwhile on this show, man. Something that I could physically sink my teeth into. And they delivered a very good TV match. But all in all, this Monday Night Raw, man, if I find one thing that is a major talking point tonight, I would be lucky. Normally, I start the show off talking about the biggest occurrence on the show, and genuinely, there was nothing. There's nothing. I can't wait for October to be over. I can't wait. It's always the same thing. It's always the same feeling going into these Saudi shows. It's like they book matches and then they don't care. It's what happens when you're double dipping pay-per-views in the same month. Like, I want to see build towards Survivor Series. It's unbelievable. Yet we got Crown Jewel. And WWE's giving us lackluster television. War Games was actually built tonight. At least in the first 15 minutes or so, it was built. I was excited about the open of the show. They did a nice job building towards War Games, but man, after that, absolutely nothing, and I mean nothing happened. Cody Rhodes got attacked in the open of the show. Damian Priest gave him a concerto on the steel steps with his ankle tied in a steel chair. Cody Rhodes is out there hobbling around with an injured ankle now, clearing house at the end of the show. Seth Rollins, apparently Rhea Ripley wants to add him to the Judgment Day. Don't know where they're going with that, but Seth Rollins does not want to join the Judgment Day. Damian Priest and Jey Uso in the main event. I mean, I don't really care. Just give me War Games already. Seriously. Just give me War Games already, man. You know, when WWE has these lulls, it just feels like their tires are spinning over and over and over again. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. How many times can we see the same fucking match? Jey Uso and Damian Priest, fine. It's 3 times within the last month. Tag team match of the pay-per-view. Tag team match a couple of weeks ago. Tag team match fucking tonight. Or a singles match, rather, tonight. Jey Uso and Damian Priest in the main event. Continued what happened in the beginning of the show where Cody Rhodes comes out there on one fucking foot and saves the day. Great job. We had a contract signing with the women's match that's taking place at Crown Jewel, where Rhea Ripley's defending her title in a 5-way. Apparently, WWE's continuing Logan Paul and Ricochet. I don't know what they're doing, when that's going to happen. Dominic Mysterio and his overly piped-in fucking crowd noise. They may be doing a tag team match at Survivor Series, for all we know. Outside that, man, it is a struggle to come up with some talking points for this show. That's how bad it is, man. Seriously, that's how bad and uneventful the show was. And a lot of people are like,
Oh, well, it's an off week. You can't have a great show every week.
I'm not asking for a great show. I'm asking for a fucking show that doesn't put me to sleep through the first fucking hour. This is basically me all night. On my phone, typing away. Looking at my fucking phone more than I'm looking at the goddamn fucking show, man. You know when that happens, there's no coming back. You're at the point of no return. Seriously. We are going to try our best, man. We're going to try our best to come up with some solid talking points on tonight's show. I don't know if I can salvage this show. I can't. I don't know, man. You know, I'm not a fucking miracle worker over here. Normally, I do a fantastic job of covering and breaking this show down for you guys, but tonight may be a struggle, man. Tonight may be a struggle. All I want to do is fucking go upstairs, slip into bed with the fucking windows open. It's a nice 46 degrees here in New York City, man. Beautiful sleeping weather. With the windows open. That's all I want to do. We're going to try our best, man. I thank you guys for joining me on the show. This is your Monday Night Raw post show right here on Off the Script. You guys have been great. I really can't wait for this month to be over, man. Something's it's not right the last week or so, man. I don't know. Something feels funny. Something feels off. I don't know what it is. There's just a bad stench in the air. Follow me on social media, man. At JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. I've been trying to upload a little bit more on TikTok and a little bit more on Instagram, uploading some short-form content on TikTok and some reels on Instagram. I mean, who gives a fuck, really? You know, algorithm is never my forte on either of those platforms, but they say uploading short-form content is going to make the channel grow. Bunch of bullshit that is. Follow me on social. I'm all over the place. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Make sure you guys go check out all the other content on this channel. We uploaded an extra today talking about the rumor of a brand versus brand War Games match. Debunk that one. No, that ain't happening. And I gave my opinion on the Impact Wrestling name change from Impact to TNA. I upset a few geek elitists today. Tough shit. You want me to watch the show? Fix your fucking production. Get better production from a fucking a high school play. Impact. And do me a favor, go sign Will Ospreay and CM Punk. Maybe I'll watch the show. I also uploaded content to the second channel yesterday and today, man. If you guys have been enjoying my Pokemon unboxings and pack openings on the second channel, man, there's a banger today. Go check that one out. Link for my second channel is in the description below. Really having some fun stuff happen on the second channel, man. I'm really enjoying myself. I didn't think I was going to, but I love the hobby. I think it's great. We got some new product on the way. We got a new set coming out next Friday that I'm going to be all over. Some good stuff. Go check that stuff out. Hit that thumbs up as well, guys. Let's try for being that nobody gives a shit about. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. 1,500 in here? For a Raw review? Something's going on with YouTube, man. There's no fucking way. Hit that thumbs up. Got 410 likes. Unacceptable. We need at least 750, being that we got a small audience tonight, apparently. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 750 likes on the stream tonight. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show. And tonight's show is sponsored by my great friends over at Game Time. You guys need tickets? Survivor Series just opened up another 2,000 seats. Game Time is your place to get the best deals on tickets to your favorite shows, concerts, and live performances, man. Go check them out. We will talk about them a little bit later on in the show tonight, sponsored by my great friends over at Game Time. Give me 1 minute, man. Let me check what's going on. Check what's going on elsewhere here in the IWC. Everybody fall asleep? I don't know. It's all right. We're still more than Denise and Sap. That's fine. That's all I care about. You fucking break. Everybody fall asleep? What, did I just get terrible overnight all of a sudden? Ridiculous. Monday Night Raw. I can't wait for October to be over, man. I said that about 4 fucking times today. I can't wait for October to be over. I'm fucking done with baseball. Baseball's fucking predictable and boring. I can't wait for all this bullshit to be over. Seriously. Monday Night Raw, man. I don't mean to be negative. It's just I've just been in a shit mood lately. Really. Been in a shit mood lately. Don't know what the cause for my shit mood is. I'm just in a bad mood. You just ever get in those moods where you don't really want to talk to people and people trying to converse with you and you don't want to talk. You just want to sit in your own fucking cave and sit in your own bubble and just sit there till it fucking passes. That's what I'm going through right now. So if I sound overly negative or more negative than usual, I apologize. Monday Night Raw. We opened up with Damian Priest and Finn Balor. They made their entrance with the newly acquired WWE Tag Team Championships. Rumor has it that there are new championship titles on the way. When, where? Nobody knows. Michael Cole mentioned that Priest is now once again a tag team champion, and he's still carrying around the Money in the Bank briefcase. Balor welcomed everybody to Monday Night Raw. Balor said, "All rise for the Judgment Day." Usually that's Damian Priest's line. Priest said the rest of their crew is in the clubhouse handling business. He says they're back on top and running Raw. All of a sudden, Cody Rhodes' music hits, and he takes his sweet-ass time to get to the ring. He's out there in a nice three-piece suit, some nice fancy loafers. He's out there, and he waits for the, whoa! So then he takes his time. He meanders to the ring. He dances around on the apron for a little bit. Clearly, he makes it to the ring well before the second whoa. And he waits on the apron until he gets the second whoa! I mean, don't you think it's a little fucking lame how you just wait for the second whoa to come on in? You're out there to conduct business. You just lost the fucking tag team championships to these two guys who won them nefariously with their dealings with the bloodline because Jimmy Uso showed up on a show that's not his. And you're out there playing up to the crowd, getting your second whoa into the fucking show. Man, I wish I felt that way. It's fucking pathetic. Cody walked out, said he had some choice words for the leader of the Judgment Day. But I don't see Rhea Ripley out here. Judgment Day's always said that there is no leaders in Judgment Day. Cody says he knows they say there is no leader in the Judgment Day, but Ripley isn't just Dominic Mysterio's mommy. Apparently, she's everybody's mommy. He said she is pulling the strings, calling the shots, and cutting all the deals, including the bloodline. He said he'd like to speak specifically to Priest. He told Priest last week he was the one who gave him a low blow. Priest laughed. Of course he laughed. He won the tag team titles. Cody says if he believes that was the final shot in this fight, he is wrong. Priest said he failed to mention, I put you through that table last week too. Where's that? Priest says it's convenient he came out because he would have found him too on his own. He says his story. What's this story? Cody Rhodes has to finish the story. The story is that you failed, says Damian Priest. Cody yanked off his tie. He starts unbuttoning his shirt and suggested that they put that theory of that he failed to the test tonight. Priest says he has a match with Jay. You should know that, but I do like the idea. He says they have a big event coming up, so maybe it should be Cody versus Priest at Crown Jewel. Cody immediately said, I accept, but what do we do now? Cody suggested they give everyone a preview of Crown Jewel right here, right now. Priest says, you know what? I like that idea. So Dom and Rhea Ripley walked out, and Cody was obviously outnumbered. Jey Uso charged out from the back and dumped Dominic from behind. He then starts talking to Rhea Ripley and sweet-talking Rhea Ripley in the aisleway while Cody was being beaten down by Balor and Priest 2-on-1. Cody went after Priest in the ring. Balor dropped out to fight Jey at ringside. Cody ran Priest into the announce desk. He cleared the table, but J.D. McDonough showed up and attacked Cody. Barrett said McDonough is still in the doghouse, but this is a good way to get out of it by helping Damian Priest eradicate Mr. Cody Rhodes. Priest and McDonough double-teamed Cody. Priest smashed Cody's ankle with a chair up against the ringside steps while J.D. McDonough was holding him in place, basically a concerto on the steel steps. Cody went down as he was writhing in pain. This wasn't a bad open to the show. I said as much on social media. This was not a bad open to the show. We got Damian Priest versus Cody Rhodes announced for Crown Jewel. Not the most exciting match, but WWE has basically loaded up the show anyway. They got Roman Reigns versus LA Knight. They got Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. John Cena may be doing something at the show. Cody's on the show. There was a report that went out today that Brock Lesnar is not going to be booked for Crown Jewel because WWE feels like they have enough star power on the show. Great. Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest isn't the most intriguing of matchups, but it plays into the final War Games build. What you got here was a little taste of the continuation of the build for War Games. That's all I care about. I am over and done with the Judgment Day and Cody Rhodes and his band of babyfaces. I'm over it. I'm just completely at the end of the rope. I am. I can't take it anymore. I need some fresh matchups. I need a new story. I need something new on the show. Seriously. This is what happens when WWE's got a second fucking pay-per-view in the month of November every single time. You get nothing but filler. They got to stop what they're doing, or they got to half-ass what they're doing for the show that matters, for the show that doesn't. So we got War Games built. Damian Priest took out Cody Rhodes in his ankle. J.D. McDonough is out there still trying to prove himself to the Judgment Day. Jey Uso's backing his guy Cody. And Damian Priest leaves. He motions to the crowd doing the baseball signature pose. He knocked one out of the park because he broke Cody's ankle or injured Cody's ankle. And he leaves the ringside area with Cody writhing in pain. It is what it is. Very simple. It was effective. Didn't really play into the rest of the show. But War Games. That's what everybody is focused on here. War Games. Chad Gable. He's tag teaming with Otis. And they now have added Akira Tozawa to the Alpha Academy. I don't know who made this decision. I don't know if Vince is in the weeds and he called up his son-in-law and said, "You know what this show needs, pal? We need some comedy. What about that ninja? Is he still employed?" So they put Akira Tozawa in the fucking Alpha Academy. They put a headband on him and they got him exercising like Richard Simmons. Great. Fucking ridiculous. It's not funny. Chad Gable was on a serious streak. Otis was the comedy relief in the group with his gyrating and his, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now we got Tozawa in the fucking group doing some fucking dance. What is he doing? Gotta be a Vince McMahon move from within the weeds. They wrestled the New Day. This was actually a very good tag team match. They went 11 minutes. Actually, I could have given this match a couple more minutes, actually. Very, very entertaining. The New Day have been killing it on the show, man. Whether they're doing their shit with the Viking Raiders or Xavier and Kofi battling Ivar. This was set to be a decent match, just based off the body of work that all of these guys have given over the past couple of months. Gable and Otis gave Woods a Steinerizer. Kingston broke up the cover. Kingston kicked Gable out of the ring, and Otis hit Kingston with a caterpillar. Woods fought back, and then he tried to do a reverse caterpillar. He reverse caterpillared into a ankle lock by Chad Gable, who tagged himself in because Otis was on the floor, and Woods did not see Otis move. So he tagged in Gable, and Woods reverse caterpillared right into an ankle lock. Woods slipped out. Otis tagged himself back in. New Day started working over Otis. Kingston hit him with a Trouble in Paradise. Wiped out Gable with a flip dive. Woods hit Otis with a flying elbow drop. And the New Day get a victory over the Alpha Academy. Now, why is Tozawa in the Alpha Academy? Does anybody know why Tozawa has been added as comedy relief to the Alpha Academy? The only thing I could realistically think of is a Vince McMahon move. I need more comedy on the show, pal. That's good shit, pal. I'm in the weeds, pal. Bruce. A Vince McMahon decision from within the weeds. 1. Or 2, WWE wants to keep the Alpha Academy together. And they want to keep Otis doing something. They want to keep Otis within a tag team element. And they're set to move Gable into a specific singles role. What that role is, I don't know. Is he going to wrestle Gunther at the Survivor Series? I certainly hope so. It's got to show me he's earned the title shot, though. Because that's what I'm booking for Survivor Series. Gunther Gable, 30-minute Iron Man match, Survivor Series, Chicago, with him winning the title. But he's got to show me he's serious. He's got to show me that he's deserved it and earned it. And he's got to shed the fucking comedy shit. He's got to be the serious one in the group with a little comedy thrown in because Gable's a fucking charismatic motherfucker. But Otis and Tozawa potentially being that tag team element while Gable wins the IC title eventually. Because they can't have Gable being the IC champion and then move Otis to a single. I don't want to see Otis as a single. I don't think Otis is going to thrive or do well in a singles role. Tag team role with Tozawa could be entertaining, but that's the only thing I could possibly think of. If you guys have any other ideas, I'd love to hear some recommendations down below in the comment section. Jackie Redmond interviewed Becky Lynch. She told Becky she is the definition of a defending champion, Becky Lynch. Oh, great, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch.
My little habits, my precious.
Holding that NXT title, man, like she's snuggling a teddy bear in bed. Becky Lynch. She said she'll be defending tonight and tomorrow night. Thanks for spoiling us, Becky. Thanks for spoiling the outcome tonight. You're defending tonight against Indy Hartwell, and you're going to defend tomorrow night against Lyra Valkyria. Say that one 5 times fast. Becky said she came to Dallas looking for a fight. She talked about being willing to defend against anyone stepping up to take her on, even if she has to defend every night of the week. She said she won't look past Indy. She said she came to Dallas looking for a fight. Clearly, the Houston Astros had 0 fight tonight. Too soon. Too soon? Or do we just hate the Houston Astros, right? Go Rangers. Seth, the champion, the world heavyweight champion. He looked like fucking Pirate Pete out there. He looked like Captain Jack Sparrow out there with the fucking funny glasses and the Seinfeld-like shirt. He was strutting backstage and he's walking by Rhea Ripley. They looked at each other and Seth looked around and says, well, I don't see the Judgment Day anywhere around, so I know I'm not going to get jumped right now. He says he's got style and a title, so if she's looking for Drew, she's in the wrong place. He's got style, he says. Sure thing. Looks like he dressed himself in the fucking dark. Ripley said the Judgment Day was built on respect. She says they're a little bit concerned because at the pace he's been running at, he could use some insurance. Seth said she must have lost faith in Priest because, the way she's coming off, it feels like she doesn't believe he will cash in the contract on his title. And that's why she's wheeling and dealing with the bloodline and flirting with Drew McIntyre and now coming to him directly. He asked what he would want with her, though. Ripley said he needs her right now because he's just a world champion, but he could be the world champion. She said alliances could change. She said if Seth joined them, Priest could cash in against someone else, and they would all have gold. She said the way his back is so fragile, the Judgment Day could have his back and make people acknowledge him. Seth took off his sunglasses. Rhea Ripley mentioned that Seth Rollins could be better or greater than Roman Reigns. Acknowledge Seth Rollins is basically what she's bribing him with. Seth took off his sunglasses and said if there's one thing he doesn't want to be, he doesn't want to be anything like Roman Reigns. Rhea Ripley told him that wasn't a no, so please think about it. Seth Rollins doesn't want to be like Roman Reigns. I think Seth Rollins is a fucking fool. I think he's a fool. Roman Reigns is the eye, the apple of the company's eye. He's a handsome-looking man. He's a ladies' man all over the world. He's got the greatest fucking schedule in WWE. He wrestles how many times a year? He defends his title how many times a year? Seth doesn't want to be like Roman Reigns. I think Seth is a fool. I'd want to be like Roman Reigns. That's for damn sure. He's not joining Judgment Day. This is nothing more than Rhea Ripley trying to wheel and deal to try and weaken Seth for Drew McIntyre and get the title off of Seth Rollins or lure him into a false sense of security so that Damian Priest cashes in the briefcase and wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins is not joining Judgment Day, and WWE seemingly was churning their wheels over and over again just to get through tonight because none of the story forwarded itself at all tonight. There was no new developments. This is not going to mean anything at the end of this storyline arc. It will mean nothing. What you saw tonight was just for tonight, and that's it. Indy Hartwell. She was chatting with Candice LeRae, and Natalya walked in. Natalya said Tegan Nox is hurt, so she's looking for what's for her next. She said tonight isn't about her, though. She told Hartwell to take back the title she never lost. She told her to remember what brought her to the dance. Remember when Indy Hartwell just won the NXT Championship, got injured, or the NXT Women's Championship, that is, got injured, then got called up legitimately in the same month that she just won the championship, only for her to then drop the championship and never be used on Monday Night Raw until tonight. And then you want to know why Indy Hartwell and talents like Indy Hartwell are not over. Tegan Nox is injured. I don't know if that is legit or a storyline. I don't know. But if she's injured, all you need to know is that she's injury prone, and now you have the reason as to why WWE hasn't really pushed her the way that she should be pushed, because she's damn good. Becky Lynch versus Indy Hartwell. This was for the NXT Women's Championship. This was bad. Crowd was as silent as a fucking Sunday mass at your local church. As quiet as a fucking mouse trying to sneak around the kitchen looking for some cheese. As quiet as a fucking funeral this match was. 95% of this match were fans in Texas sitting on their hands or on their phones. Oh, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna troll JD. Had some people on social media tell me, well, this was a good match. This was a showcase for Indy Hartwell. Fucking showcase. The fuck you talking about, showcase? The crowd was dead. Half of them don't even know who the fuck Indy Hartwell is. You can blame Vince McMahon for that. But clearly you see Triple H has his work cut out for him. I don't even think Indy's that good, man. I didn't even think Indy should have won the NXT Women's Championship when she won the NXT Women's Championship. She's not good. She's not good. She's sloppy. She doesn't know what the fuck. It doesn't look like she knows what the fuck she's doing in there. They gave her a championship for what reason? To shock everybody. That was basically it. Then they ended up calling her up 3 weeks later to the fucking main roster, never to use her again. Until tonight. She's not good. It looks like she wrestles in fucking... It looks like she's swimming underwater in there. And she's drowning, and you just want to fucking save her. This was not a good match. This was not a showcase. And I really am starting to question what Becky Lynch is even doing with this championship. Has she done anything of value outside of Tiffany Stratton with this NXT Women's Championship run? Like, what are we doing here? Has she made anybody better that she's been in the ring with outside Tiffany Stratton? Now, Tiffany Stratton was good before Becky Lynch got in there. Becky Lynch didn't really need to do much of anything there. Tiffany Stratton's fucking great. But what has she done with the championship that I'm somehow not seeing? Lyra Valkyria, Indy Hartwell, Tegan Nox. What are we doing? The way that I look at it is she beat Tegan Nox, she beat Indy Hartwell, she's going to beat Lyra Valkyria tomorrow. Buried. So basically, we're treating this like the Charlotte Flair NXT Women's Championship run, where she went down there and beat all the NXT women and didn't put anybody else over. But then you'll get the fucking middle-aged virgin online on social media in the internet wrestling community who wants to sit there and tell me and argue with me, well, Becky Lynch is putting everybody else over. She's doing a fantastic job. Really now? Name me one woman who's been put over and has been better off for it. Oh, but she was in the ring with Becky Lynch. Yeah, and she looked like a fucking disaster out there. Please, try again. In fact, don't. Because your words are making me dumber by the second. Ridiculous. This match was fucking terrible. But this is what happens when Vince McMahon is in charge for the last 4 weeks or so. And there's reports. I've been telling you without a fucking report. Reports today from SAP that there are talents on the show that Vince McMahon did not want on the show and refused to push. All those talents you've seen make their return to television because Triple H is now in charge. Indy Hartwell is one of them. Gonna be a very long time before Indy Hartwell, Tegan Knox, and anybody else in that camp starts to get over with the audience. In fact, after tonight, I don't even give a shit what Indy Hartwell does. She sucks. Becky Lynch wins in 9 minutes. We go to commercial break. Hartwell has an advantage. She drove Becky Lynch into the barricade right before the commercial break. We come back from commercial break. Hartwell hit a diving elbow to the back for a 2. Hartwell then cut off Becky Lynch's comeback with a big boot. Hartwell went to the top. Becky Lynch brought her down with a superplex, probably the best spot of the entire night for them. Lynch immediately went for an armbar, but Hartwell hoisted her up, hit a power bomb for a near fall. Hartwell followed with a spine buster. They traded cradles before Lynch countered a boot and applied the disarm her for the tap-out submission win. Great. Becky Lynch shook Indy's hand after the match. Lynch then goes to the outside where Lyra Valkyria. Who? Lyra Valkyria. Your guess is as good as mine, man. Yes, Lyra Valkyria was on the outside, and she has a title match tomorrow night with Becky Lynch on Halloween Havoc, night 1. Great. 5 women's matches on tomorrow's NXT. I won't be watching. Candice LeRae was shown in the back. Xia Li comes out of nowhere and decks Candice LeRae, knocks her to the ground, and said that was a warning for both her and Indy Hartwell. Great. Great. Adam Pearce, he's in the back. And he's readying security because he has a contract signing with a volatile women's division. Nick Aldis showed up, and he approached Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce told him to make it quick. Aldis said, listen, we got off on the wrong foot on Friday, and I apologize. It's my fault. He said there's no need to have him escorted out of the building. He says it was a rookie GM error, and he's just trying to establish his authority as the GM of SmackDown. He said he wants healthy competition between Raw and SmackDown without tarnishing their professional relationship. He offered Pearce his hand and asked for forgiveness. Adam Pearce said he knows what it's like to be the new guy and to try and put his stamp on things right away. He says he thought he was out of line, but he forgives him. As a gesture of goodwill, he invited Nick Aldis to stay on Raw and see how things operate on Monday. Aldis said he appreciated it. He shook Adam Pearce's hand, and Adam Pearce let him go. He then looks over at a referee and asked him to double down on the security guards tonight for the contract signing and the Women's World Championship match contract signing for Crown Jewel. A lot of people were making wild, rampant speculation on Friday that War Games will be a Raw versus SmackDown, brand versus brand affair at Survivor Series. No. No, I don't really understand why everybody thought that. Like, you see where they're going with the Judgment Day and the Bloodline and Cody's band of baby faces. Why would they do Raw versus SmackDown when there's been zero effort into a Raw versus SmackDown build? There's been no animosity between the two brands. There's been no feud between the two brands. It's Bloodline, Judgment Day versus Cody. I don't know why you people continue to run wild with retarded opinions online. Put the phone down, go outside, get some fresh air, and whatever fucking remaining sunlight we have before we start getting dark at 4 p.m. and touch some fucking grass. Seriously. Anyway, as we're going into hour 2 here, being that my blood pressure seems to be rising and I need something to fucking quench my thirst, we're going to kick it to my very good friends tonight, man. Sponsoring the show. Tonight, we are sponsored by my great friends over at Game Time. Listen, you need AEW tickets. You need Survivor Series tickets. How about Impact tickets? Or, TNA tickets now. Hey, Bound for Glory had a decent turnout, man. Make sure you guys go visit Game Time, your one-stop shop, the only place you need for everything you want to do. As far as live events are concerned, tonight's show and live stream is sponsored by my great friends over at Game Time. Thank you guys very much for joining me on the stream this evening. Tonight, sponsored by Game Time. Game Time built a ticket marketplace that makes it faster and easier to get into your favorite events at a moment's notice. Game Time provides the premier marketplace for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and in theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada, all eliminating the need for printing and building a better way to access the best live experiences right from your mobile device. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use that promo code at checkout, JDNY, to save $20 off your first purchase. Man, I love going to concerts. I love sitting live, watching my favorite band play my favorite song, singing along to everything. But sometimes when you go to these shows and you buy a ticket, you don't know exactly where you're sitting. You're not going to have a problem with any of that with Game Time. One of the things I love about Game Time is that Game Time is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. See the view from your seat before you even buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. Buying tickets, it's easy. 2 taps in seconds and you're done. Game Time is also obsessed with finding ways to help you save money. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It's the place to find last-minute seats. With zone deals, you pick the section and Game Time picks the seats for big-time savings. And how can you forget that Game Time guarantee? They're going to guarantee that you always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets to your favorite show today by downloading the Game Time app, create an account, and at checkout, use that promo code JDNY to save yourself $20 off your first purchase. Once again, it's very simple. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use that promo code JDNY at checkout. $20 off your very first purchase. Terms apply. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed with Game Time. Thank you guys very much, man. Go and get yourself some tickets. I love attending a great live show, man. Seriously. In fact, I'm going to go see, believe it or not, Mark Tremonti of Alter Bridge, the lead guitarist of Alter Bridge and Creed. Creed sucks. I'm sorry. Scott Stapp is fucking awful. I don't know who. Creed's got, in my honest opinion, Creed's got one good song, and that's What If. Mark Tremonti, unbelievable guitarist, unbelievable vocalist. He's actually playing Atlantic City at the Borgata. He's doing Frank Sinatra. Whole Frank Sinatra band is going to be singing fucking Frank Sinatra songs all night. Where do you think I'm going to be, man? And that's taking place on a Friday, and I'm missing SmackDown. So don't ask me where the fuck I am. I'm not going to be doing SmackDown that night. It's January 4th next year. Yeah, goodbye. If SmackDown is as bad as Raw tonight, clearly I made the right choice. Moving on. Adam Pearce is in the ring. We got a contract signing with all these ladies that will be heading to Saudi Arabia because WWE, what better way to make a difference, pal? Instead of one women's match with 2 women in it, we got one women's match with 5 women in it, man. Oh, boy. Oh, man. WWE has Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and Nia Jax all challenging Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. Everyone signed the contract as they entered the ring. Nia Jax refused and stood there with her arms crossed. Adam Pearce told her that he wanted everyone to sign it before Ripley came out. Nia Jax scribbled her name in a very obnoxious manner on the paper. Ripley then came out and said she's grown impatient. So have I. This show sucks. She said she has something to get off her chest. She said she could beat every one of these women individually, but this is a conspiracy to put all 4 in a match against her at once. Now, apparently, he thinks, or she thinks, I should say, Rhea Ripley thinks that he, Adam Pearce, is trying to control her, and she's going to make everyone's life a living hell. She said after the match, there will be 4 fewer women in the division after Crown Jewel because none of them will take the title from her because Mommy is always on top. Nia Jax, unfortunately, for everybody involved and everybody sitting in the arena and everybody watching at home, grabbed the microphone and told Rhea Ripley, oh, you're good. You're very good. She told fans she is scared to step into the ring and that she's smart for not doing so. She said she wants all of them to squash the other challengers. Jax told Baszler she must see what Ripley is doing. She then looks at Zoe and she said, Zoe, I hope you see that too. Nia Jax turned to Raquel Rodriguez and said, well, from Texas, so let me try and break it down for you. Basically, Nia Jax was calling Raquel Rodriguez a So she spoke in this really, really slow manner to Raquel Rodriguez. Rodriguez didn't say anything. She kicked the mic out of Nia's hand, basically being crowned the hero for tonight's festivities. Stark and Baszler attacked Nia. Rodriguez yanked Baszler away for some reason. Security ran in and separated all of them. They broke free and began tossing these fucking clown university security guards around like they were nothing. They showed Baszler laughing and smiling at ringside as Jax and Rodriguez cleared the ring of everybody and then squared off. They began to fight when security re-entered the ring and pulled them all apart. Fans were booing. They cleared the ring of security again when they tried to get back in there to separate them some more. Nia Jax gave Rodriguez a Samoan drop, and Rhea Ripley waved from the aisleway and blew her a kiss. This was awful. This was really, really, really awful. Nia had chants of, you suck, while she was cutting this promo. Really now? Texas isn't that stupid. Nia comes back and receives chants of you suck. Let me tell you something, people. They're not chants of you suck because Nia's a great heel. They're chants of you suck because Nia genuinely sucks and she's get off my TV heat. Bringing her back did absolutely nothing for the women's division. In fact, it's made it worse. So spare me the fact that,
oh, well, it adds depth to the women's division.
what depth? I could say something in following, but I may get canceled. Ludwig Kaiser. He gave Giovanni Vinci a pep talk. He said his performance reflected on him now. Bronson Reed walked in and said his boss gave him a hell of a fight last week and tell him he's ready for round 2. I'm ready for round 2 as well. That was a great match. Bronson Reed and Gunther. Man, oh man, was this show missing Gunther tonight, I'll tell you that. Tozawa walked up to Bronson Reed and says he wants a match tonight. Bronson Reed said, listen, I'm going to be a merciful individual tonight. The answer is no. Tozawa then chops Bronson Reed in the chest. He gives him a knife-edge chop. And Bronson Reed said, all right, it's your funeral. I don't know why anybody wants to fight Bronson Reed, but here we are. Johnny Gargano. He goes one-on-one with Giovanni Vinci. You know, I'm genuinely curious. Genuinely curious. Does WWE realize how awful Johnny Gargano's theme really is? Do they realize how awful this version of My Rebel Heart is for Johnny Gargano? Now, I am praying to whatever God may be listening to me that they are waiting for that first tag team match back, and they're waiting for Ciampa and Gargano DIY to get back together, and then they give us the real Rebel Heart.
Oh, but they didn't buy the rights to CFO's version, man.
Really now? Really? Then please explain to me how Bianca Belair still has her theme music. How Shinsuke Nakamura still has his theme music. How Sami Zayn got his theme music back. Why Tommaso Ciampa has his NXT theme music. They pick and choose who they want to bring the music back for. I don't understand that logic. This company's making fucking billions upon billions upon billions of dollars, and you mean to tell me they can't buy the fucking rights to a fucking theme song? How much is Rebel Heart worth? Just buy it. Buy the rights. I don't know who they got singing the fucking theme. I don't know who they got singing this current theme, but is it a dude singing it? We need that female voice. We need those female vocals in Rebel Heart for Johnny Gargano to come back out to. This current theme music that he comes out to has absolutely zero impact. Zero. A theme music should be impactful. A theme music should get you hyped up. It almost sounds like it's going to fucking put you to sleep. It almost sounds like it's going to do the opposite to the fucking crowd. Whatever the opposite of hyped up is. Gargano and Vinci goes 3 minutes. I don't know on what planet Gargano and Vinci go 3 minutes, but that was Monday Night Raw tonight. Kaiser was on the apron threatening to get into the ring because he was on the outside, obviously in the corner of Giovanni Vinci. Tommaso Ciampa was out there. He backed his best buddy. He took him out. Gargano hit Vinci with the one final beat for the 1, 2, 3. Don't know what you want me to say in regards to a 3-minute match. It was there. The bell rang. It was over before you could even get into it, and that's it. Told you this show looked like it felt like Vince was in the weeds. Got a Shinsuke Nakamura video promo. I'm so glad that they continue to do the subtitles with Shinsuke Nakamura. There was a vignette with Nakamura who talked about facing Ricochet, but he wants to find an opponent who will inspire the yet-to-be-seen self within him and release the expression still trapped in his dreams. Who is worthy enough to set me free? Who's Nakamura talking about? Who is Nakamura talking about? Who is the opponent that will inspire the yet-to-be-seen self within and release the expression still trapped in his dreams? It's got to be somebody. It's somebody currently on Raw? Is it a returning superstar? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm glad that they're still continuing with the Nakamura vignettes instead of giving him a live microphone and putting subtitles over all his talking. I like it. Logan Paul. He made his way to the ring and he gloated again about Dylan Dennis. Now, I understand Dylan Dennis was on social media and had this whole fucking campaign to throw Logan Paul's fiancée under the bus and basically insinuate that she slept around with everybody, that she's a fucking whore, okay? So, yeah, Logan Paul's going to go out there on live TV and fucking completely bury this guy as much as he can. But that has nothing to do with what he's got going on with Rey Mysterio. So please save that shit for social media. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I didn't watch the match. I didn't really care. I didn't invest myself in the fucking overly scripted and bullshit of the hype build for their boxing match. I don't care. I don't care. Only fucking 12 and 13-year-olds gave a shit about what was going on there. Celebrity boxing. Have you ever seen anything so fucking cringe? Logan gloated about Dylan Dennis and the fact that he was dropped by his MMA organization. Logan then said after he beats Rey Mysterio, "Why are you guys saying that Shinsuke Nakamura is wrestling Omos? Please, for the love of God, why would anybody will that into existence?" Hey, Zeus. JD, what is your thought on pumpkin spice lattes? My middle fucking name is Pumpkin. Dude, I don't order anything but pumpkin spice lattes. Because like Jesse says, I'm a fucking yuppie. I like my pumpkin spice lattes, man. I'll gladly pay fucking $8 for a fucking pumpkin spice latte. Hold the whipped cream, please. Nakamura versus Omos sounds terrible. And no, it's not CM Punk. It's not CM Punk. Logan says he's going to take the United States title from Rey Mysterio. And yes, he is. Yes, he's going to take that United States title. He says he might have to come back to Raw and defend this title. Nice little seed planted there. Dominic walked out. Fans booed very loudly. Do you want to know why they booed very loudly? Oh, no, they didn't do that. They did, where's my, Dominic Mysterio has his mic lowered. It is so blatant that Dominic Mysterio either has his mic lowered or they're overly just fucking being blatant with the piped-in crowd noise. Seriously. It is getting to a point where it is fucking pathetic. Seriously. It is so lame. So lame. Dominic... And then to all the geeks out there, to all the people who just started watching pro wrestling 2 years ago when Dominic burst on the scene.
Dominic is the biggest heel in pro wrestling.
He's the biggest heel in pro wrestling, you say, huh? Really now? I didn't know the biggest heel in pro wrestling needed to have a manufactured fucking soundtrack when he comes out. For all the people that exclaim to me on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it, for all the people that
quote tweeted me and shadow tweeted me and made Instagrams and fucking TikToks on my opinion. You want to know what the leading journalist in the entire industry said about Dominic Mysterio tonight? This is coming from Sean Ross Sapp on Twitter at 9:42 p.m. The piped-in boos are really bad tonight. Just rely on Dominic and Logan Paul to get the reactions. Wow, man. Wow. Where are these people now? Are these people going to owe me a fucking apology? Of course not. Chalk one up for JD being right again. What is that now? A 99% percentile of being right this year. Great. This is a lesson learned. When I speak, listen. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I would never bullshit you. It sounds terrible. Terrible. Dominic Mysterio and Logan Paul, what you're doing to them in that moment is taking the power away from them and basically telling them that they're not good enough to get that type of reaction. Meanwhile, we all know Logan Paul can generate that type of heat. Can Dominic? At one point or another, once upon a time, I believe he could. I don't know if it's a rib. Is it a rib? Are they trolling him? It just sounds terrible. You don't see Don Callis getting piped in noise. You don't see anything Don Callis related getting piped in noise. You never heard MJF get piped in noise when he was a heel. So he's out there. Logan smiled when he saw Dominic. He yelled for the fans to show Dom some respect. Dom says he can't wait for him to beat up his dad. Logan says he appreciates that. Logan talked about Dom blazing his own trail and changing the landscape despite having a deadbeat dad. Logan says he cannot wait to be announced as the new United States champion. Logan then said his favorite ring announcer is there. He looked over at Samantha Irvin and invited her into the ring, who at one point or another defended the cheers and boos of the live audience, claiming that they were legit. That's what the company does. Do not believe anybody that works there. Do not believe anything that comes out of their mouth. They are paid to praise the company at every chance they get. Samantha Irving would never say anything bad about the company or negative about one of her coworkers. What else do you expect? So Samantha is invited into the ring, and Logan says she deserves to be recognized for all that she does for the WWE. He says he knows it was hard for her, and he made it hard for her to announce him as the winner after he beat her fiance, Ricochet. He asked her to practice introducing him as the new United States champion. Ricochet all of a sudden charged out there and tackled Logan Paul, coming to the defense of his fiance. He then went after Dom and went up for a top rope. I don't know what it looked like, a 450, or I think he did a shooting star possibly. I forgot what it was. I think it was a shooting star. And Logan Paul pulled Dom out of the ring. So Logan and Dom, I mean, the interaction between them was fine. The piped-in noise was absolutely fucking garbage. So bad. But Ricochet coming out there definitely is a nice little wrinkle to this. Now, Logan Paul, him winning the United States Championship is absolutely going to happen. I don't see Logan Paul going into a match with Rey Mysterio and losing. You know, everybody was like, oh, Logan Paul is wrestling like a world champion caliber athlete out there. He's had some bangers already. Great match with Rollins, great match with Reigns. Money in the Bank was fucking great. Tag team match with Miz, right? Ricochet's match at SummerSlam, great stuff. So he's gone out there and had a very good run so far. Putting the United States Championship on him and giving him a championship that he could elevate. Because Rey Mysterio is not elevating the United States Championship. Logan Paul holding that championship, taking it around, showing it off on his podcast, and taking it around doing media and all this other shit for WWE, that's going to elevate the title. And like I said, I think LA Knight fits into that role beautifully at WrestleMania, and you build off what was going on with them going into the Money in the Bank pay-per-view this summer. With LA Knight taking on Logan Paul at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. I think that's the way to go. But now Ricochet, because Logan Paul was on Raw, Ricochet has now thrown his name into this mix. So Dominic is not going to be a part of the War Games match. What this told me is that Dominic is not going to be a part of the War Games match. Dominic's a part of Judgment Day, but the Bloodline and Judgment Day have this partnership going on right now. And if that's the case, it's going to be Roman, Solo, Jimmy, Finn, and Damian. That's 5. War Games is going to be without Dominic Mysterio. Clearly, you're going to need Dominic at the pay-per-view. What does Dominic do? In Chicago, it would be perfect if Logan Paul beats Rey Mysterio with the help of Dominic, and Logan Paul teams with Dominic at Survivor Series to team up against Ricochet and Rey Mysterio in a tag team match. I think that would be great. Sounds like a fine match to me for Survivor Series in Chicago. Innocent enough. I like it. Then you can maybe do Ricochet versus Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble for the United States Championship. And Ricochet, I would not have him win the title, even though he should get his win back. I don't think he should win the United States title. Saving that for LA Knight at WrestleMania. So they got a couple of interesting options with Logan Paul as the United States champion. I like it. We'll see what happens. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven made their way down to the ring. Oh, joy. Tag team match with Natalya and her partner, Nikki Cross, who apparently is back to being the psycho Nikki Cross. All you need to know about who's running the show here. Nikki Cross wasn't on TV, and then all of a sudden she's back to her old gimmick. So she's on the ring apron, and Nikki came out expressionless. Basically how I was watching this entire show tonight. Walked very slowly to the ring. Natalya was not amused here. She stood in the corner like she was in some fucking trance. It's like she was basically standing there with a blank stare on her face. So Niven and Green win in about 3 minutes. Cross began walking at ringside. Natalya suplexed a distracted Chelsea Green because she didn't know what the fuck was going on with Nikki Cross. And Natalya went for a sharpshooter. Niven broke that up. Green then gave Natalya a face plant. Niven then landed a running crossbody for a 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Wow. Aren't you glad you tuned into Monday Night Raw tonight? Drew McIntyre walked up to Jey Uso. Jey asked what he wanted, and he wasn't pleased to see him. Drew says he can't imagine how it feels to be screwed out of a championship by the Bloodline. He said dealing with it is really simple. Just get over it. He said whatever happens, it's on him because if he wasn't on Raw, this match wouldn't be happening. Miz, he's out there, or in the back rather, with Adam Pearce. He was complaining to Adam Pearce. And if you hear my cat meow in the next 2 minutes or so, you understand that she also hated this show. Miz complained to Adam Pearce about not having anything significant on Raw in weeks. Are you missing the Miz? I know I'm not. He talked about beating John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania. We're still on that, huh? He said Nick Aldis understands his value. So Nick Aldis is there, even though Adam Pearce told him, to watch how things operate on Monday night, said Adam Pearce to Nick Aldis earlier in the show. And here Nick Aldis is on Raw, and he's basically handing out his business card, trying to poach talent from Monday Night Raw. Gotta love Nick Aldis, man. What a fucking prick Nick Aldis is, huh? Ripley showed up, signed the contract because Adam Pearce still had possession of the contract, signs the contract for the women's match. Miz said, "What are you doing? This is my segment. It's my interview." She walked over to Dom. Miz was standing there with Pearce as the cameraman was following Rhea Ripley because she's seen Dominic down the hallway. And Dominic was selling the effects of Ricochet punching him in the face. So Miz didn't get his interview, and Rhea Ripley signed the contract for the women's match at Crown Jewel. Hour 3. Finally, something worth our time on this show. Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre, 1-on-1. And this was great. 15 minutes. Good stuff here. McIntyre, he had the edge over Sami Zayn very early. Zayn hit a moonsault off the barricade. Zayn tried a crossbody. McIntyre caught him. Hit a vertical suplex. Zayn tried to dive, but McIntyre caught him again and chucked him across the announce table. We go to commercial break. Zayn, back from break, avoided a charge, and McIntyre went shoulder first into the ring post. Sami followed with a vertical suplex, a flip dive. Crowd finally started to awaken tonight after watching this 2 hours of a terrible, boring show. Crowd got into it. They're on the ropes. McIntyre set up for a middle rope white noise. But Zayn countered into a sunset flip powerbomb for a 2. That was a beautiful spot by Sami Zayn. McIntyre went for a Claymore kick, but Zayn booted him and hit a Blue Thunder Bomb for a near fall. Zayn tried for an exploder in the corner, but McIntyre hit him with consecutive overhead suplexes and then followed with a neck breaker. McIntyre set up for a Claymore when Rhea Ripley's music hit. Don't know why. We get the theme music's playing. Just walk out there. So Ripley's music plays. She gets all the lighting and the smoke and everything. I know, it's terrible. I hate when someone's theme music goes off and distracts the match that we're watching. Who hit the button? Zayn applied a schoolboy, but McIntyre kicked out. Zayn hit an exploder in the corner and set up for the Helluva kick. Ripley leapt onto the apron and distracted Sami Zayn right in front of the referee. McIntyre used the distraction, hit a Claymore kick, got the win. 1, 2, 3, and Drew McIntyre beats Sami Zayn. Good match. Ending was fucking stupid, but good match. Sami Zayn, what are we doing with him? I think it's too early to really start complaining that Sami Zayn's losing matches. The whole story is Sami Zayn can't get over the fact that Kevin Owens got traded to SmackDown. He lost his best buddy thanks to Cody Rhodes. Now, is Sami Zayn going heel? Probably not. I don't think Sami Zayn's going heel. Sami Zayn's going to have this babyface storyline arc where he's going through the emotions, man. He's got to battle back from behind. It almost feels like WWE's going to start rebuilding Sami Zayn's babyface run from the ground up again. And they're going to try and get that sympathy from the fan base for Sami Zayn all over again, like it was bubbling and boiling over and building up while he was in the bloodline. This time with the Kevin Owens being traded situation and Cody being the one to blame. He's going to start losing matches. He's gotten in his head. Drew McIntyre's gotten in his head. He's got to see Jey Uso succeeding, and Sami Zayn's all by himself now. He's got nothing. Sami Zayn is so good, man. You know, the crowd was largely dead for this show. The crowd was dead. As soon as this match happened, the crowd automatically woke up. And a lot of that has to do with Sami Zayn. Drew McIntyre's fucking great. I love Drew McIntyre's heel turn. It's coming. It's really going well. I can't wait to see what they do with it. And when he finally starts to turn, I know! Drew McIntyre's great. I get it. I know you like him. You got anything else to tell me? You don't like Sami Zayn either. What else you got? What do you think of Cody? Sami Zayn. A lot of this crowd was dead during the show. Sami Zayn woke him up. Do you see how Sami Zayn works his matches? Come from behind, little offense, comes from behind, little offense, gets beaten down, and then he pulls out the big moves. The big dive. The Blue Thunder Bomb. The Haluva kick. Sami Zayn is working so good right now, and he's not really doing too much. That's a testament to how good Sami Zayn is. That's a testament to how over Sami Zayn is with the audience and what the fans think of Sami Zayn. Just keep that in mind. Sami Zayn is going to be at the top of Raw in 2024. Mark my words. Mark my words. With Cody moving over to SmackDown to win the Universal Championship, he's going to be over there. Seth Rollins is not going to be the world champion in 2024. Those days are coming, and they will be gone quickly. Gunther wins the Royal Rumble. Gunther wins the World Championship. We need babyface challenges for Gunther and the World Heavyweight Championship. Sami Zayn and Gunther being a main event program in 2024, with Sami Zayn potentially ending Gunther's reign as a world champion. Sign me up. Sign me up. That's what I want to see next year. Excellent match between these two. Very much looking forward to seeing what they do as Drew McIntyre continues to just kind of be on his own, and that prick, Drew McIntyre, starts to slowly seep out more and more. Nick Aldis. Talked about Nick Aldis trying to poach talent. He tried to get The Miz over to SmackDown. From what I saw, Aldis spoke to Katana Chance and Caden Carter in the back. He was approached by Adam Pearce. Pearce said, listen, I offered you to stay and watch Raw, not chat with the superstars. Aldis says, listen, I was just having a friendly conversation. Aldis could see Pearce was having a tough night, so he decided to leave Raw. I'll see you later. Pearce was glad that Nick Aldis was leaving the building. They shook hands. All of a sudden, Nikki Cross, that same expressionless, blank face, she walks right by Adam Pearce. He looks up, takes his glasses off. Man, I need a drink. Yeah, don't we all after watching this fucking show tonight? Bronson Reed. He defeated Akira Tozawa in 2 minutes. During this match, there was a Let's Go Rangers, Astros suck chant. Because the Rangers at this point were up 10-2 in the 7th inning. Reed won with a DVD, Death Valley Driver, a senton, and then a tsunami. Tozawa was squashed like a pancake. Gable in the back gave Tozawa some words of encouragement. New Day were there. DIY joined them and said that they are officially back together as a tag team. Otis was carrying around one of those NFL signature titles that WWE is selling on their shop now. And he gave him the championship, the Dallas Cowboys championship belt. And Tozawa starts dancing with the title. Even though he lost, he's still a champion. And Tozawa is dancing with the Dallas Cowboys championship belt. I don't know what that means for the Cowboys going into next week, but if I'm a Cowboys fan, I'd be worried. Seth, he sees Drew McIntyre in the back, and he mocks a clap for Drew McIntyre for his first win as the newest member of the Judgment Day. Drew said Seth didn't say no earlier, so as far as I'm concerned, you're thinking about joining the Judgment Day. Seth says, I don't need them now or ever, and he especially doesn't need them to beat you, he says. May the best man win. Drew says he will. Looking forward to the match. Next week, they go over the Halloween episode of Monday Night Raw. Ricochet will go one-on-one with Dominic Mysterio, Giovanni Vinci, and Ludwig Kaiser. Tag team match against DIY back together. If they don't get 15 minutes or so, what are we doing? Candice LeRae, oh my goodness. Candice LeRae against Xia Li. What is that, her first match all year? Holy shit. And J.D. McDonough will go one-on-one with Seth Rollins. He'll probably be, listen, I'm telling you right now, get ready for it. If there's like a Halloween street fight or a fucking candy corn street fight or bobbing for apples or whatever, pumpkin pie to the face next week, Vince once again was in the weeds. That's all I'm saying. Main event time. Thank Christ. Priest makes his way out there first. Was it Jey Uso? Jey Uso made his way out there first. I'm sorry. At this point, I was a little loopy. I couldn't wait for the show to be over. Jey Uso with his little wave in the crowd. I actually like it. Priest then makes his way out. We got 15 minutes of main event here. So we go to commercial break almost immediately. Jay clotheslined Priest out of the ring, dove onto him at ringside. We go to commercial break. We're back live here. Priest was in control. So Jay started to make a comeback, landed a crossbody. Both guys were down. They were slow to get up. Jay lifted Priest, or at least tried to lift Priest. Priest basically countered that and hit Jay with a nice-looking lariat for a near fall. Jay came back with a Samoan drop. He goes for a cover. He gets a 2. Jay dove through the ropes, but Priest caught him and drove his face into the announce desk. Priest went for a razor's edge in the ring. Jay slipped out, speared Priest. He quickly landed a top rope frog splash. Balor runs from the back and charged right to the ring. He jumps on the apron. The referee turned around to block him from coming into the ring. Jay punched him and then tackled him at ringside. Jay then tried to get back in the ring. He took his eye off the ball here. He went to go attack Finn, and then he got back in the ring, but Priest basically knocked him out. Referee backed Priest away. Balor yanked on Jay's leg and crotched him on the middle rope. Priest then landed a South of Heaven for the 1, 2, 3, and Damian Priest stole a victory over Jey Uso in the main event of Monday Night Raw. Priest and Balor double-teamed Jey Uso afterwards. Balor landed a coup de grace. Balor then grabbed the chair and slid it into Priest in the ring. Balor brought his own chair into the ring, and they were about to do a concerto or injure his ankle as well. Cody limps out to the ring with his ankle heavily taped from the attack earlier in the show where they gave him a concerto on the steel steps. He threw Balor into the ringside barricade and then hobbled into the ring to go after Priest. He clipped Priest's leg and jabbed him in the gut with a chair. Cody put Priest's leg in the chair, but Balor yanked him to safety before Cody could do what Priest did to him earlier in the show. Cody and Jay hugged as Monday Night Raw went off the air. Man, Cody Rhodes, man, I tell you what, no matter what he's going through, man, he's always out there fighting like a valiant champion. Brock Lesnar injures his wrist or his arm. He breaks his arm, and he's out there fighting with one arm. Damian Priest injures his ankle. He's out there hobbling on one leg. Whatever, man. Really, whatever. I mean, it's Just give me War Games already, please. Just give me War Games. That was your Monday Night Raw, man. I told you there was legitimately nothing to sink your teeth into. Nothing. I don't know what's going on with pro wrestling lately, man. I swear to God, it seems like everything right now is in a lull. Everything is in some fucking lull period. Hopefully this gets a lot better going into October, man. Seriously. Going into Crown Jewel, going into Survivor Series. Hopefully we get a little bit more excitement. I mean, it's one show. Monday Night Raw, for the most part, has been a very good show. Tonight was just, I don't know what the fuck happened. Whatever they did the last 3 weeks, they clearly did not do tonight. Thank you guys very much, man, for all of your support. I really appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. I know it was a lackluster stream as far as attendance. We didn't even break 2,000 viewers tonight, man. For a Monday Night Raw review, that's when things have hit the bottom of the barrel. That's when you know the interest in pro wrestling right now is at a low point. But thank you guys for a great stream, man. I had a good time. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. We are 500 away. 500 subscribers away from 150,000 subscribers on YouTube, man. Go check out all the other content on the channel. There is plenty of it, man, including the second channel. I would really appreciate you guys if you subscribe to the second channel. We're doing some great Pokemon stuff over there, man. I'm having a good time with that. I really am. I always make it entertaining, man. Seriously. If you don't know what the fuck is going on, and you don't even like, give it a shot. It's humorous. It's entertaining. I always incorporate some pro wrestling into my content over there. It's great. So go check it out, man. Link is down below in the description. Uploaded an extra earlier today. Go check that out. We talked about Survivor Series. We talked about the Impact name change over to TNA and gave my thoughts and opinions on that. Jesse's not happy with me. And once again, guys, Game Time. Make sure you guys go and download the app. Game Time. GameTime.co. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Tickets to anything live event related, man. Concerts, theater, sporting events. Download the app Game Time and use that promo code to save $20 off your first purchase. Let's get into the super chats, guys. Even the super chats have been coming in weak lately, man. I don't know what's going on. You guys are slacking. You guys are slacking big time. Joseph Taylor with a $2 super chat. JD, your favorite underrated WrestleMania match? Again, Joseph, I owe you a rain check, bro. My mind is not ready to think about WrestleMania underrated matches right now. Undertaker. 25 months in the venue. 25-0, enough said, OTS for life. Rest in peace. Undertaker's awesome. Undertaker is awesome, man. Thank you, brother. Michelle with a $2 super chat. What in the hell are they doing with Sammy? I have no fucking clue. No clue. Naft Gaming with a new membership. Naft. Thank you, brother. The fuck are you drinking, man? DJ Iffy with a 15 in super chat. Raw was mid, and I agree. You are better than Leonhardt and the other Leonhardt wannabe combined. Hee. Drinking Mexican bottle cokes. Those Tozawa moments with Alpha Academy are cringe as fuck. Not gonna lie. For all the people that think Will Ospreay's joining Impact Wrestling or, excuse me, TNA. Oh, man. Ospreay just hired Barry Bloom. Just in time. Get the fuck off my stream. Goodbye. I was just in time to bench your fucking ass. Get out. Will Ospreay to TNA. Oh, man. Ospreay just hired Barry Bloom. If you don't know who Barry Bloom is, Barry Bloom represents some of the biggest hitters in the industry of pro wrestling. Barry Bloom is going to get Will Ospreay paid money that Anthem is not going to spend on Impact. Just in time. Go back to your fucking bedroom, your box of tissues laying on your nightstand, and that little bottle of lube you got there, bro. You're the one working at Walmart. Only degenerates work at Walmart. Sorry if anybody in the chat works at Walmart. I shop there weekly. Go back to working at the Subway in Walmart. Not even a real Subway. Who eats Subway? Fake fucking meat. Just in time. Get out, clown. People talk a lot of shit when none of them can do what I do at the level I do it here. If it was so easy, everybody would do it. Where's your podcast, bro? Where's your YouTube channel, man? I spent more on Pokemon cards this month than you probably made all month working your dead-end job. Didn't even bat an eyelash. Fuck out of here. Tay the Savior, the 199. Raw felt like a Bruce Pritchard show. Certainly did. Felt like Vince was in the weeds. MGM ballin'. I feel the same exact mood, JD. May be different. But I'm there with you, my guy, and I'll be here to support you as much as possible. Thank you, MGM. I appreciate you, brother. My guy Salrek says, Justin Time is a janitor at Walmart. Bro, I think that may be too good for him. That's a position way too good for him. Heisenberg with a $6.99 super chat. Heisenberg, I appreciate you, brother. Wasn't able to be here for a few weeks, but I saw your Pokemon unboxing. That God pack you pulled was incredible. Never seen anything like it. Heisenberg, thank you, brother. Glad to have you back too, man. Hope all is well. Rise Against with the $2 super chat. No message. Thank you, Rise Against. Sean Ray J with a $10 super chat. Did Raw really come off bad on TV? Because I was there live and the vibe was great and enjoyed it. I don't know how many times I got to explain to you guys. Being there live and seeing it on TV are two different experiences. What you felt and heard and seen live is different than what we've seen. It was a dead show live on TV. A Watson with 17 months. Vince is the turd that keeps floating back no matter how many times you flush the toilet seat. Yeah. Again, it felt like he was in the weeds tonight. I know he wasn't, but it felt like it. Sue Childress with a $5 super chat. JD, you are in rare form tonight. I also got bored. I went to sleep, and that's sad. Karma is weird around Raw. Must be too close to Halloween. Great after show. OTS for life. Thank you, Sue. Zendia267 in the chat. I'm convinced you guys, food in America is bad because down here it's amazing. Yes, food in the United States is awful. I went to London and Dublin, 2 overseas trips, and the food was nothing like it is here. I had apple juice one morning. I believe it might have been the morning of All In. Had apple juice at some outdied fucking cafe. It tasted like the waitress squeezed the fucking apple in front of me and served me legit apple juice from the apple. That's how good it tasted. You have apple juice here, store-bought from fucking Pathmark or ShopRite or Stop and Shop. How much sugar is in that processed fucking apple juice, man? It's disgusting. I don't know about the food in Canada. I've never been to Canada. Maybe one day. Jerry Ramey with 28 months. Jerry Ramey, what's going on, brother? Been a while. The streak of great Raws may be over, but OTS lives on. Always high quality, boss man. Thank you, brother. Lucky Geo with a $4.99. When do you think Priest will cash in, and how long does he keep that title? Also, I hope all is well, JD. I don't know when he cashes in, Lucky Geo, but when he does, he will fail at a cash-in. Sean Ray J with a $5 super chat. I was at Raw today, and we were booing the fuck out of Dom. I really hope they didn't pipe in boos, because that would suck. Oh, they did. Oh, they did. Hollywood guy with a $5 super chat. Were there any reports on Vince coming back? Because it looks like Triple H took a day off. And what do you think of the Fatal 5-Way? I don't care about the Fatal 5-Way. Rhea Ripley's not losing. It's very predictable. It's a very political-driven match for WWE. And I didn't see any reports, man, but it certainly felt like Triple H took the day off. For sure. Joseph King with a $5 super chat. Who do you think will win the AEW World Championship match at Full Gear? MJF or Jay White? What's your honest opinion? MJF, but I would not be surprised if Jay White won the championship. It's not as predictable as people are thinking. Cliff Goat with 15 months. He says 15 months, exclamation point. Thank you, brother. It's been a while since I've seen you here, man. Welcome. Will Chisholm with a $10 super chat. Raw was mid. I just hate that WWE has this pay-per-view before Survivor Series. Trying to build up 2 pay-per-views just hurts the booking. November can't come soon enough. I agree, Will Chisholm. Cisco, I'm sorry, brother. And Chris with a 15 months in the OTS venue. Chris, what the fuck are you drinking tonight? What's up, JD? 15 months in the venue. Just a random thought. What if we get Chad Gable winning the IC title and we get Gable versus McIntyre at Mania? Sign me up. 2 top-tier talents, Chad Gable and Drew McIntyre are. Guys, that's all I got for you. I'm about to get out of here, man. We kicked ass tonight on the stream. Appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight on the Monday Nights Raw post show right here on OTS. The venue is closing up for the night. Jesse, he's got to sweep the floors and empty out the trash. It's starting to fucking stink in here, bro. Appreciate you guys. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. Go check out all the content on the channel. Go check out the second channel. Hit that subscribe button over there. Link is in the description below. I would greatly appreciate that. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. And next time you see me, we'll be live tomorrow night. We'll probably have a shit audience because the Phillies... No, that's Wednesday, I think, right? Is that Wednesday night? AEW's got to go up against the Phillies and Diamondbacks, Game 7. Great. Tomorrow night, Andrew Baydala and myself will be rocking and rolling on TNT, man. Thank you guys very much. I'm going to leave you with the sweet sounds of Andy James as I drive away into the night right here on OTS. I'll see you guys later.
I don't even know why I come.